Hey friends, welcome back to the channel, Creatively Sandra. If you're new here, I'm Sandra, and here we do all things Disney. We do pin openings, mystery unboxings, and some crafting. And so today we have another installment in the Melick Adventures collaboration series, movie collaborations. And this is put on by Danielle and Ben over at Melick Adventures. They've taken ton of Disney movies that we'll be doing throughout the year, 2 a month. And so this is the second one this month, and this month the movie pick is Bambi. And so for this collaboration, the participants can do anything related to the movie Bambi or your interpretation of. So it could be showing off pins, a collection you have, stuffed animals, a recipe. Some people do some photographs and things from the park, Bambi history, those kind of things. So it's definitely open, and you'll see all kinds of things. If you look at the list below in the description, I've linked everybody participating there, and so go check out and see what they're doing. So for me, as usual, I'm doing a craft in this series. So I don't have anything Bambi that I collect, so decided to do a craft. And Bambi always, to me, seems, when I think about the collections or just the aesthetic of Bambi, I think of babies. And so I'm making a baby gift. So I decided to do a onesie, and we're going to be doing it on with iron-on vinyl, cut out on the Cricut, and heat pressed onto a onesie. So let's get started, but don't forget, when you come back, make sure you check out everybody's channel and see what they've made or what they're showing. And definitely check out Danielle and Ben over at Melick Adventures. And let's get to the project. I've used Cricut software to create the image I want on the t-shirt. I've downloaded an image from Etsy, a flower, and then I've added my own saying and curved the letters there. And so now I will hit make it, and this will take us to the cutting portion. I'm going to go ahead off camera and combine all of these pieces that are cutting onto one mat. I'm also going to mirror them. Since it is a iron-on, we're going to be cutting it out backwards and then ironing it onto the image straight. So I'll be right back, and we'll go ahead and cut this out. Now that everything is cut, you can kind of see the lines there where it cut. The black, I guess, shows the best in the camera. But we're going to do what's called weeding, which is removing the excess that we will not be putting on the t-shirt. So we're going to remove everything we didn't cut out. Just for ease, I'm going to separate the words that I cut out from the image, and I'll separate that separately. I'm going to save some of this vinyl that didn't get used as well. Okay, so now what we want to do is pull off the part that we don't need, and I'm going to use a pick for that And we just need to kind of get it going in a corner. Takes a little bit of patience to get it started, and then it pulls up. And so you can see now there's a glossy piece and there's the actual iron-on vinyl. When we start to pull that back, this one's easy because it's one solid large piece. I'm just going to pull back slowly still till we start to see it separating. Okay, and I can just continue to pull around that. And so this is the shadow essentially of our skunk flower. Okay, that is the shadow, the base. It's going to end up looking like this because we're going to turn it over and iron on the shirt. I'm going to go ahead and speed things up and weed out all the rest of the pieces. Now we're ready to start putting on our layers. I have a heat press that is set and ready to go at 355 degrees. And we'll start with placing our image and our letters. So this is really just guesswork for me. I'm not doing it. I'm looking for kind of the middle. I'm going to set that down lightly and see if the words fit in. Okay, and I'm just going to trim a little bit off of this so they don't overlay, so nothing gets in the way of both of them getting ironed to the fabric. Okay, so after trimming a little bit, I think the word is right. There's a little strand of something here. That shouldn't bother to stick, so we'll be okay. And this is where I'm not exactly a perfectionist, so I don't need to measure it or anything. I'm just eyeballing it where I like it, and we'll go with that. Okay. And then we have a Teflon mat that goes over this, and we'll proceed to apply heat. You don't have to press down much. I have a timer here, and I'm not going to do it the full 30 seconds. You can probably see up there a little bit. Probably do it for about 15 because we're going to do multiple layers. It'll be getting heat each time, and I don't want to overheat anything. So we'll stop at 15 and then do the next layer. And let's see if it works. And what you want to do is give it a couple seconds to cool down, and then we'll start to pull this off, and we may need more than the 15 seconds. So let's just see. Yeah, it's pulling up a tiny bit, so I'm going to give it a little more heat before we attempt to pull. So maybe we will do the whole 30. I'll do 15 more. Sorry, I've got you guys zoomed in so you're, see if we can give you a better view. Okay. Let's try that again. Bring this down. And it is super hot, so I'm going at it a little too soon. Let's give it a second. And I'm just trying to peel this back slowly. If I get closer to where I'm peeling, it's more likely to stay. Yeah, that's better. Still a little bit loose, but we're okay. I just want to be able to pull it off. And also remember, this is the base layer, so there's going to be things going over it. So we'll give a little more heat on when we get to the other layers. Okay, so that is our base. Like I said, I've got a few wrinkles in here because I don't want to overheat it yet. Let's see how the words did. We might give those a little more heat because those are not going to get things over them. So now we're just going to line up our next piece, and you can start to see it come together this way. Oh, there we go. That scared me for a minute because it didn't line up, but we have some green grass down the bottom. So I'm lining up with the flowers, and you should have a little bit of edge of the black, a little bit of edge everywhere around the white, and that's pretty cute. You got his eyeball in there now, and so it's starting to look like flower. And we'll go ahead and apply more heat, and then I'm just going to continue to layer until we complete. And we're back with the final product of the project. So while you were watching, you may have noticed I struggled with the letters and getting the, pulling away the plastic layer after heating it and getting the letters to stick. Some of the other ones did that, and it's really a matter of having the right temperature, letting things cool properly. Also the quality of the vinyl that you're using. So some of this is some low quality vinyl that I used, and that may have been the issue. I also haven't done this in a while. Maybe I was pulling it off too soon, but anyway, still came out cute. So let's take a look. All right, so the final onesie is so stinking cute. This is what we have. So we have flower, and a little bit close up, you can see we've got some colors in there. There's a little bit of blue in his eye and the pink for his tongue. And then the rest is mostly black and white, the green grass, some browns for his belly, and kind of a gray around his face. And so the Cricut makes it really easy. The design space that I use, the program to bring in a file that I purchased on Etsy. And by the way, this is not like licensed for me to sell. This is just for me personal use or to give as a gift. And but I can pull that in. I can add my own title as you see, or saying whatever, and we've got this adorable little onesie. So this is for a little girl that's coming soon, I know, and I'll be gifting this to the parents. So thank you so much for watching. Again, please go down and check out all the participating channels to see what they've done. And let me know, have you done any of this, these iron-on? Do you work with a Cricut at all? It's just one of the great crafts tools I have that allows me to do lots of different things. So go ahead and leave me a comment down below telling me about your Cricut experience or what you thought of the project. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss the next collaboration. I appreciate you joining. Oh, one last thing, if you're still here, today's the last day to enter the contest. I have a giveaway for my 400 subscriber accomplishment, and that's thanks to all of you who participate and watch me and subscribe. And so go over to Friday, March 24th's video for instructions on how to enter, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.